three guys. It's important win, Scott?
Oh, they're all important. Obviously, this time of year, to get the 4 points again, just got to try and keep winning to make sure that we, as a keeps saying, earn the right to be there at the end of the year.
You had to work for it, didn't you?
Yeah, no, it was it was a really tough game. Just couldn't crack them, and to the boys' credit, I thought their last quarter really dominated the game.
Is that what pleased you most? I thought it was last quarter.
Sorry?
Was that what pleased you most, the last quarter?
Or? Oh, what pleases me the most is the resilience of the group to be able to just stick with it. It wasn't necessarily going our way, but then to come together at three-quarter time and just get the job done was really important for us.
What about a massive blow, obviously, early with Tali being ruled out? Forwards looked like they were going to get away from you early, but I think Lynch was goalless after half-time and Dixon was pretty well held as well, so the backline did a pretty good job, do you think?
Oh, look, they were outstanding. I thought Lever's growing week by week. He's going to be a 200-game player of this footy club, a real leader. He's a competitor. Just love the way he goes about it, and Hardigan probably fighting out of his weight division at times, and where we, I guess, sometimes turn the ball over, they were hung out to dry a little bit as well. So they held up really well, but some of those early ones were off, poor turnovers from us really.
And you'd be well placed to sort of comment on Rory Laird's move into the midfield. What's been behind his development this year?
Oh, he's just a great kid, really. I mean, he just wants to learn, comes off the rookie list, listens, trains the way he needs to train. He's a professional with his standards around the footy club. But what we love about him is clean. He makes really good decisions, and, he takes really clean intercept marks for us for his size. We just love him to be 6 inches taller.
How hard has he worked on his disposal? Because that was a bit of a hit on him last year.
Oh, no, he's always been neat, yeah. But, I mean, he's only played a handful of games as well, so that comes with experience and it comes with the pressure of the game and, what you can and can't do. So he's picking those opportunities really well now.
How did Sloaney pull up?
Yeah, no, he's fine. No, all good. It's good to get him back out there. Some of his things he does today. Yeah, no, he's a critical component of our team, that's for sure.
Scott, what sort of measure have you now got on their sort of professionalism, that they go through a roller coaster and this was the big high? Would they suddenly have the letdown, instead they just motor on?
I'd be staggered if they let themselves go. I mean, there's something pretty tasty at the end of the year for them if they want it. So that's what we're driving for. The standards haven't dropped away even, with what happened with Phil. The standards have always been great. They've been training, unbelievably well. They're a driven group and they want to do something special.
Something tasty, is that finals berth or are you talking flag?
No, we're not talking anything there. What we've got to do is, as I said, we've just got to earn the right to get there first.
You're confident you got the attacking arsenal, though, to worry most clubs? A couple of weeks high scores, it seems to be really gelling, doesn't it? Yeah,
no, I mean, that forward line's been pretty potent all year, and it was great to see Charlie bob up with another 4. JJ kicks 3 goals, 4. Tex hit the scoreboard, Eddie hit the scoreboard, and we've got some midfield goals as well, which is going to be important. So we've just got to keep making sure that we share the goal kickers. That's important. But if we can win our fair share of ball, particularly through the midfield, and get it in our front half, we can kick some scores.
It's got that idea of Charlie Cameron starting at the back of the square, which we saw earlier with Eddie Betts. Where's the genesis of that idea from? What was the thinking that led to it being used this year?
Oh, we spoke about it in match committee, and obviously those guys with leg speed and can get through the middle of the ground, and sometimes you can catch opposition out, with those guys pressing forward. But I thought our centre bounce the last 2 weeks especially has been outstanding, led by Jacobs, and so that makes a difference. But that just gives us another guy with some leg speed through that middle of the ground that can cause some havoc.
Does it help them as well, instead of just being in one zone where they could be weighed down, that it frees them up to have another influence on the game? Yeah,
well, there's a little bit of that. Obviously, with playing a small forward, it can be tough at times, particularly if the ball's not getting in there. So, those guys get up there and play as an extra midfielder, yeah.
Not just on game day, but are you seeing his maturity and confidence grow week by week?
Charlie?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, he's one that's come into the club. The boys took a real shine to him straight away. He's a cheeky little bugger, and we just love the way he goes about it. His forward pressure and his tackling, and just halving contests ahead of the ball is really important for us. But You know, Eddie's done a lot of work with him. You know, no better mentor than Eddie Betts, so he should take a lot of heart in what he's done with Charlie.
Is there a real sense of normality again?
Yeah, it is, Rich. Yeah, no, it is. Yeah, no, I mean, as I said, even after last week's game or leading into the game, after the memorial, it was back to work. You know, obviously winning last week was good for the group and the footy club. You know, once again, I said the SANFL team's playing well. There's competition for spots, so we're in a good position at the moment.
How much do you feel the control of your destiny then?
Oh well, we're in total control. We're in total control. We've got guys coming back. We've got all but 3 guys that are available to play, so the list's healthy. And as I said, there's competitions for spots, so everyone's on notice that they have to keep performing to play.
So in that competition spot, is that they're reflected by you get a Matt Crouch moment and it creates so much debate externally? Does that reflect also the same sort of debate there is internally?
Oh, look, I mean, there's always tough decisions to make at match committee, but essentially at the end of the day, we've got to pick a team that's going to win. So that's the way we'll go down. We want guys playing well in their SANFL to force match committee to make selections as well, and that's a great thing to have at the moment.
All good, guys.
Thanks, guys.